These are the type of people I like to play. Not right next to it. Don't they help when you work? Have like help.
Along with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. And it's the Mavericks to start out. Here's Gafford, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, that pass is a product of Kyrie Irving's great instincts. He's got a terrific mind for the game.
Pass to Jokic. These two teams love to share the ball. Now, Doris, you are a gifted passer, a conference assist leader. What makes a great playmaker?
Well, look at Brian Anderson doing his homework on his partner here. I think, obviously, you have to have some vision. You've got to have a handle to be able to get to the spots you want to on the floor, to deliver the pass at the appropriate angle. But maybe most importantly, you have to have a desire to make your teammates better.
Now here's Jokic. Westbrook left side. Six on the shot clock. Back to Jokic.
One of the best defenders in the league at any position. AD can just smother a dude.
The Nuggets with another miss. And so it's Irving with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. We spoke about Kyrie Irving and what the most challenging thing about defending him is, and he told me, quote, just how creative he is when he's handling the ball. We want to keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, even if it means sending double teams occasionally. We'll see if this game plan works out for them, guys. Back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Doris, one place you see this Dallas team show up is in the hustle stats.
B.A., this version of the Dallas Mavericks is as tough and as gritty and as willing to compete as any I've seen.
Murray from outside. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic.
You have to watch Murray closely at the perimeter. He won't hesitate to flex his range.
Irving, no good. Jokic with it. Gordon outside. And he misses the go-ahead basket. And Dallas with possession. On the wing, Davis. Up and over Gordon. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. And again, Denver with a three.
I love that Aaron Gordon goes right up with it. He's got really good instincts for knowing when to catch and shoot.
Pass to Washington. And here's Davis. Knocks it down from distance.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Jokic. And again, Denver with a three.
Yeah, great pass to Jokic when he's ready to fire, and then he's straight into his motion.
Here's Irving. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Denver in the lead. Pass to Gordon. It's Jokic, high post. And yep, it's good. Jokic has got 5 points.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
Here's Irving. And the shot is good, dropping it off the front of the rim.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving, one of the outstanding mid-range shooters. This guy legit 3-level.
Screen by Gordon. And it's Westbrook off the drive. Three-pointer. Again, Jokic missing.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Gordon with a steal. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Jokic the screen. Over to the wing. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. 7 points in the game.
And this is how powerful Jokic is, able to still score despite the contact.
And it's Irving missing.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
And so the first quarter is in the books. The Nuggets on top. They lead by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Nuggets.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for Denver. They lead by 4. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A., it's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
Mavericks trail by 4. Floats one. Gordon pulls it in. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. The floater. And it's blocked by Davis.
No chance. Davis just too much to handle on the defensive side.
Here's Saric. Pass to Murray. Screen by Gordon. Murray with it. And Davis picks him up defensively. Sends it home from three-point land. Saric has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said, the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, we've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks.
Such a problem when Saric is knocking down the 3. It helps space the floor for his teammates. You've got to guard him there. Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Saric a screen. Pass to Gordon. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Outside Davis. Gordon pulls it in. The Nuggets lead by 6. On the wing, Murray. Saric a screen. 4-3. Washington grabs the miss. Davis with it. Picked up by Saric. Davis polishes off the break.
And I'll tell you what, I just love how Davis runs the floor. Just incredible. I mean, how do you stop him in these situations?
Outside Murray. From outside the arc. No luck on that one. Mavericks trail by 4. Pass to Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
When you look back at the history of the league, Doris, no position has evolved more than the center.
You know, B.A., that's a tremendous point because you look at some of the best players in the league, they occupy the 5 spot. They're asked to do so much. Defensively, protect the rim. Be able to switch out and guard smaller players on the perimeter. Now you're being asked to be able to make shots from 3. I mean, big man's got a lot of responsibility in today's game.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Davis misses. Murray is doubled. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. 1:43 left in the first half. Pass to Gafford. Outside Davis. The 3 from Thompson. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed. Thompson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Jokic the screen. Kicks it out to Westbrook. And here's Porter to win the drought. And the 3-pointer goes.
Just an uncanny ability to make shots from the corner. Porter Jr. using his skill set.
Here's Irving. Rebounded by Denver. Westbrook outside. Jokic in the post. Nope, that doesn't drop. He's now 3 for 8 in the contest. The Mavericks trailing. A tough finish inside from Davis.
Yeah, when Davis gets that kind of positioning inside, he is pretty much automatic.
Porter a screen. Westbrook into the lane. Here's Brown from outside, off the mark. Outside Davis. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Here's Westbrook, and it's blocked by Davis. Gets it off. No good. Misses at the buzzer. It's all tied in Denver. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. Screen by Gordon. Right wing. And here's Jokic outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. Jokic has got 10 points.
Yeah, standing tall at the arc, Jokic buries it.
Doris, think about Russell Westbrook's career. All-time NBA leader in triple-doubles.
B.A., there is so much to admire about Russell Westbrook, but I'm going to begin with something that I think is undervalued, and that's his willingness as a great player to play hard every single night on both ends of the floor. Tough, competitive, and skilled. He's a Hall of Famer.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Marshall. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Westbrook into the lane. And here's Porter outside. Rebounded by Marshall.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Prosper. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Drains the triple. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Here's Jokic. Nice move. And Jokic throws it down.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
Here's Marshall. Great D that time from Jokic.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Kicks it out to Westbrook. 5 to shoot. And then Westbrook slams it in.
The absolute ferocity from Russell Westbrook. The rim, my goodness, how you feeling?
And a miss there on the triple.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Rebounded by Prosper. Mavericks trail by 3. Here's Marshall. The layup misses. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
KBA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and the absence of skill deficiencies. Brian, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. And he drops them first. And Jokic drops them both.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
It's Williams, high post. No points so far. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Outside Watson. And here's Jokic. 16 points for him. And they double up Jokic. And here's Porter outside. And the rebound goes to Dallas. And now the Mavs on the run. And the basket by Prosper.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Jokic in the post. Over Lively. Inside. Jokic drops it in.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Floats one up. Marshall with the bucket. Marshall's got 5 points now in the quarter. The Nuggets lead by 3. Jokic the screen. Here's Westbrook. Count the basket.
Well, great work from Russell Westbrook. The closer he is, the more aggressive he becomes.
Pass to Prosper. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. Brown. Offline with a 3. And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. Lively with the bucket.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Williams grabs the board.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Here's Jokic. Oh, how about Jokic running the break?
Boy, they wasted no time getting the ball up the court. Great decision to push it and make the sharp pass to the rim.
Count it.
Listen, he hits that shot on a regular basis. Give credit to the offense for getting him a clean look.
It's been all about Nikola Jokic for Denver. His fingerprints were all over. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball.
Mavericks trail by 3. And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And Denver making a change here. Here's Strother. And Kyrie Irving clears the rebound.
Bad offense against bad defense. The play looked as ugly as you'd imagine.
Here's Gafford. No good with a layup. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Nuggets?
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
Šarić a screen. Here's Strother. Count it. Mavericks trail by 6. The teardrop. Irving, no good. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Pass to Watson. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. All right, Doris, Kyrie Irving is a special talent. What's his greatest asset, you think, on the floor?
Oh, PA, this is a tough question. If you ask NBA players, they'll tell you the guy with the best handle historically is Kyrie Irving. But to me, his best attribute, fearlessness, the ability to deliver when it most matters.
Šarić a screen. Pass to Cancar. The 3 is up. Mavericks with a rebound.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
And Irving gets it to go.
Kyrie Irving has such a tight handle that regardless of what's in front of him, he will get past you and get to the cup.
Here's Šarić. Here's Strother. He's guarded by Irving. Šarić a screen. Pass to Cancar. 6 to shoot. Three-pointer, no good. Mavericks trail by 4. Here's Irving. Gets the bucket and the foul. It goes on Peyton Watson.
Boy, what a monster night for Kyrie Irving, playing at a very high level right now.
A different look for Denver. Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what the Nuggets coach was going over with his team. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, "You're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another." Guys, let's see what happens.
Okay, thanks, Allie. To the inside. Oh, got a piece of it. Back come the Nuggets on the run. Here's Westbrook. Here's Jokic. No good. Unable to win this run.
I'll tell you, most of the time, this guy's going to finish that. But that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Thompson, that's good.
Klay Thompson, calm and cool under pressure. How about the big bucket from Klay?
Pass to Jokic. Gordon outside. Washington grabs the miss. The Mavericks leading. Davis from long range. Gafford. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. They haven't looked like themselves the last few possessions.
They haven't. This is when they really need to be patient and get a clean look.
.141 left in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Porter. Pass to Murray. Three-pointer off the mark. Outside Davis. Tries to break his ice. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Aaron Gordon.
And the more Davis has added muscle during his career, it really has helped him on the offensive end. It forces defenses to foul him.
And here we go, the Nuggets on the fast break. It's good.
Westbrook demands the basketball and says, I got you, fellas. The big-time delivery.
Pass to Irving. Washington left side. On the break. Now Jokic. That one doesn't drop. Davis with the defensive effort. Now Washington. Irving for three. From deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. What a huge trip here.
Absolutely. You can feel the energy in this arena.
Left side Murray. And here's Jokic outside. That shot, no good. Here's Dallas now. A big stretch here going. 10-2. Irving for three. Jokic grabs the board. Now Westbrook. Gordon outside. Now here's Jokic. Back to Gordon. That'll count if it goes. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last-minute shot is offline. Time expires. We're going to overtime. We've got more hoops coming. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Irving with it. Pass to Thompson. Outside Davis. And here's Washington. And here's Irving. Ooh, that one makes him 7 for 14. Got a nice rhythm going here today.
Guys, hard to guard that floater with Irving when he makes it at the speed with which he does.
And stolen by Irving. Davis down low. Washington. Pass to Irving. Gafford with the ball. 4 on the clock. Outside for Irving. The three is up. Rebounded by Denver. Overtime just getting started here. Just about a minute in. Outside Porter. The rebound by Klay Thompson. The Mavericks on offense. Goes up from the top of the key. Jokic grabs the board. On the wing, Porter. Kicks it out to Westbrook. To the wing, right side. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Just over a minute and a half played here in overtime. Irving looking around. Sweet little floater. Irving's got 19 points.
Huge bucket from Kyrie. Knows how to deliver.
A drive by Murray. Pass to Jokic. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Here's Irving. The floater.
Boy, the vertical that Aaron Gordon has helps him on the defensive end. Twice on the pipes with that block.
Inside. And he buries it. And tie game! Huge basket right there. Here's Irving. That's short off the rim. This is what it's come down to.
Yes, indeed. A monster possession.
And it's Murray off the drive. And here's Porter outside. Oh, he buries it from outside.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
From behind the arc. Misses the tray. Now Murray. Jokic the screen. For three, Westbrook. And the miss. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. They escape with the W, even though they needed a few extra minutes to pull it off.
And both teams gave their all. But when it came down to overtime, it was about who had more determination.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce. Great.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. The fans making some noise here at the Knicks Arena. The New York Knicks are getting settled in. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
And Towns throws it down.
Well, just coming right off the pick and roll to finish beautifully. Towns looking so comfortable.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brunson. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific... reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, earlier I spoke with Tom Thibodeau. Now I asked him about the challenge they face in defending Steph Curry. He said Steph is so hard to contain because of his constant movement off the ball. Conventional defenses won't work against him. The matchups will be fluid. He'll see a lot of different guys coming at him. He's looking and needing a total group effort. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Brunson, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Green with the block.
Draymond Green twice on the pipe, sends it right back to the shooter.
Majemski on the wing. Back to Curry. Fires for 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For the Knicks, it's been a slow start here. 7-point differential. Pass to Towns. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson.
That is Jalen Brunson showing you how to operate as the ball handler in pick and roll. What a pretty assist.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Curry can't get it to go. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. And one thing among many, Doors, that's so impressive about Jalen Brunson, the way he goes to work in the paint. Wow.
Kevin, at his size, you have got to be crafty. You've got to have great footwork and great patience. You've got to be willing to work in a crowd. What he does is really impressive.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Jalen Brunson missing his last shot.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Now here's Brunson. Clock at 6. With some arc. Podziemski grabs the board.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And they double up Butler. Curry wide open. Hits the three-point bomb. Curry's got 8.
Curry knows what his team is doing to set him up. In that instance, just get him the ball in the catch-and-shoot game.
Towns the screen. Beyond the arc. Drains the three-pointer. He's got 7.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And he's able to get it back. Buries it from three-point range.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Thompson with it. Butler covering. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Now, here's Hart. No scoring in this one. Puts it up from 17. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Warriors leading by 8. And there's the foul. It'll go on Trace Jackson-Davis. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Now Bridges. Towns the screen. Fires the 3. And Mikal Bridges good for 3.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy dangerous as a shooter.
Back to Butler. Golden State moving the ball around. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Knicks trail by 5. Driving to the basket. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Well, just tremendous persistence from Karl Anthony Towns. Even under duress, the ability to stay focused.
Back to Payton. Trying to find Jackson-Davis and gets it to him. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And a fun run by the Knicks in the playoffs. But Doris, horrible injury luck ended their season.
Kevin, borderline absurd bad luck for injuries. You think about it, Julius Randle goes down in the regular season. And then in the playoffs alone, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Bojan Bogdanovic all miss significant time. And who can forget Jalen Brunson getting hurt in that Game 7? Almost unreal bad luck.
Robinson. And Robinson throws it down.
Well, Mitchell Robinson will take it to the rim with authority every chance he gets.
Knocked away. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for New York. And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first, but there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you.
Oh, boy, 7 foot and athletic. That is spectacular by Mitchell Robinson.
The Knicks leading by 3. Brunson down the lane. Pass to Robinson. Out to Brunson. Offline with his 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Everyone's focused on Stephen Curry. He's focused on finding the next best shot. What a pretty pass.
To the middle. Here's Robinson. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Inside. Heaton. Lays it up and banks it in. And we see, as in baseball doors, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. Do you think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews, and the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability.
Payton outside. Off target with his 3. The Knicks with the lead. Brunson surveying the D. Brunson stays agile and finds his opening inside.
Boy, Jalen Brunson just reads what the defense concedes, and on that one, it's a drive.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Both teams will make substitutions. Warriors trailed by 3. Pass to Pajemski. A 3-pointer off the mark. And here are the Knicks. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Here's Shamet to the inside. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
Pass to Towns. It's stolen by Green. And here comes the break. Here's Looney. Finished off the break.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Bridges left side. The Warriors pull it in. And 1:01 left in the second quarter. They kick it out to Green. Butler from outside. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. The Knicks leading by 3. And Towns throws it down.
You call that moving with intent and purpose. The big-time finish by Karl Anthony.
Pass to Pajemski. Right side Green. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass. Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Outside, Towns. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, beautifully done by Towns, using the up fake to bait the defender.
New York shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Back to Butler. This one for three. The shot, no good. The next hit had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And the first one at the line is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Curry outside, and the last-second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's New York with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Bridges outside. Here's Towns. And it's in there. Towns has got the lead up to 8 now for New York.
This is where you have to keep feeding Karl Anthony Towns. He's in an incredible rhythm. He's already got huge numbers. Keep feeding the big man.
Down low, here's Butler. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. The ultimate glue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you. OG Anunoby has become a great complementary offensive weapon. And Coach Tom Thibodeau says he's got a really good feel for it. He's very unique in that sense. He knows how to read defenses and how to attack. Kevin, his acquisition has taken this team to another level at both ends of the court. Back to you.
DA, it's been phenomenal. No question about that whatsoever. Thank you so much. The free throw drops for Towns. We know, Doris, that Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
Well, Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has he shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player.
Brunson, good.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
They kick it out to Green. Pass to Looney. To stop the run. He can't hit that time. Towns with the defensive effort. New York moving the ball around. Count it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
New York with the ball. Right now they're on a 9-0 run. Anunoby in the corner. Gets the 3.